Hello there, welcome back to episode 4 of the series where I show you how to code a Discord bot using interactions.py. Today I will be going over how to use modals. So what are modals? Modals are basically pop-ups that let you input text into them, and they can be invoked by interactions such as slash commands and components. So I'm going to invoke this send modal command, and as you can see, here's the modal. This is the title of the modal, and you can have up to 5 text inputs. There are 2 different types: short text input and a paragraph text input. Short text input lets you type whatever you want, but it's only one line. But in a paragraph text input, you can type whatever you want, but you can make it multi-line. And then when you're done with it, you can click submit and the bot can respond back to it. So how do you code a modal? Well, first things first, you need an interaction to be able to send the modal. So either a slash command or a component. In my case, I'll be creating a slash command. And then how do you make a modal? So you define the modal, and then you use the modal model, and you have to specify 3 things: the custom ID of the modal, the title, and the components. So the custom ID must be unique to the modal, and then the title, it's going to be the title of the modal. I'll put in modal title. And components, it's a list of text inputs. So you use text inputs like these, and then you need to provide at least 3 things: the style. I'm going to provide text style and type dot short, basically which type of text input, a short text input or a paragraph text input. And then the custom ID, these must also be different. And then the label, what you want the title of the text input to be, like the label of it. And then I'll be creating another one. This time it'll be a paragraph text input. Custom ID and then the label. Okay, so we created a modal, but how do we send it? You have to use await ctx.popup and then the modal that you want to pop up. Let's go ahead and run this. If I go back over here, then run send modal, as you can see, here's the modal. And let's type something in. And if I try to submit it, nothing happens because the bot didn't respond to it. How do you make the bot respond to it? You have to specify a modal callback. So how do you do that? It's kind of like component callbacks, except the decorator is at bot.modal. Then you put in the custom ID of the modal that you want to respond to, and then you put a function, and then it accepts a context of command context. And then it should also accept 2 more things: the 2 text inputs that we specified before. So I'm gonna put in short and then the paragraph. They're gonna be strings, so I'll be typing them as strings. And then inside of it, let's say I'll send the short and paragraph. And then once I run this, now we can properly use the send modal, and then we can submit this. And then here you go. Now, how do you make a, like, how do you pop up a modal with components? So I'll be making another command that sends a component. So bot.command, it's gonna send the button. And here's the button that I'll be sending. And then for this, I'll be making a component callback with the custom ID of the button. And then inside of the component ID, the component callback, I will be sending a different modal. So this one, I'll be showing off all the different things that you can do with modals. So here we have a modal with a different custom ID and a title. And then here we have four text inputs. I have 2 short and 2 paragraph. So you have to put a style and a label and a custom ID. So let me make another one, which only like lets you put in the bare minimum. So the style and the label and the custom ID need to be there. So let's say the normal. Then you can have a max of 5 text inputs, as I said earlier. So this is the bare minimum. And then at the second one, you can add in a value. So this would be it would be already filled in into the text box. And then I'll be changing this to 0. So, and then the next text input, I have a placeholder. So like this will be like a grayed out text inside of the message, like the text box, which like says something, but it doesn't. It's actually not filled in. And then this one, I have a paragraph text input. This one won't be required. And then this one sets the minimum and maximum length. And you can set all 5, like all of them, in one text input, by the way. And then I'll be popping it up by doing that. And then we have changed the custom ID, so we need to create a new modal 2. And then for this modal 2, I'll be so there are 5 fields, so I'll be just numbering them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then I'll be sending whatever I put in each of them. So I'll send a multi-line string of all the things. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now if I run this, let's see what happens. Now I'll invoke the send button command. Here's the button. If I click this, here's the modal. So we can put in whatever we want over here. And this is the value one. It's already filled in. This is the placeholder. And this one's not required. See, there's no asterisk. and this is the minimum and maximum. So like it won't accept something that's too short or too long. So let's go ahead and put something in to each of them. Normal, pizza, I guess, and placeholder. Not required, so we don't need to put anything. And then we can put the minimum and maximum one. And if I submit this, as you can see, it sent a message containing what we put in the modal. Thank you for watching this video about modals. In the next video, we will go over extensions, a way to modularly organize your bot's code in Python. If you enjoyed watching this video, please consider liking and subscribing. If you have any questions, the support server will be linked down below. See you next time.